So at the Air Force Academy, you are there as a cadet. Prior to coming, your faith formation, was that important to you? Did that continue during your time at the academy, or were you one of those students like, I'm away from home, I don't have to go, if it's not mandatory, I'm not going? Or were you one of the students that says, this is important to me?
Yeah, from the very beginning, I was, I'll use Baptist language that you will understand, not everybody will, but I was saved at 7. And so I made a profession of faith in Jesus Christ at 7 years old. Both my mom and my dad were Christians and raised me in a Christian home. And so as we say sometimes, I was going to church 9 months before I was born,
Yes.
one of those.
Yes.
And then, just grew up in the church and grew up knowing that there was a God, that I'm not Him. And that my parents were very adamant that their job was to nurture me in the admonition of the Lord, and they did that without fail. And so when I went to the Air Force Academy, it never occurred to me that I would not go to church or chapel. It never occurred to me, in part because I knew my mother was going to ask me, and she did. She would ask me every Sunday. I called her religiously every Sunday, and from the time I was 17, whenever I could get to the phone at the academy, payphone back in the day, until the day that she died, literally, she'd ask me if I'd gone to church on Sunday. And so it was never something that I would consider. So I knew faith was going to be important to me. I especially knew that at the crucible of the Air Force Academy, and the presence of chaplains, quite frankly, made all the difference in the world. The chaplains were extremely good about making sure that we knew that spirituality and faith was a crucial component of human existence, a crucial component of the educational experience, a crucial component of being a war fighter, should that come to fruition. And so that was evident. It was apparent that was just something that you should strongly consider. The chaplains did a great job of having programs, and they also did a great job of connecting us with parachurch organizations. In my case, as a Southern Baptist kid, I got connected very early on to the Baptist Student Union, and that was for me a community of faith. It was tied to the chapel in very real ways. It was also a good avenue to a bunch of people's home cooking on Sunday afternoons when I made the little face that said, I need to go to your house for lunch. And they bought my line every time, but it was great. So for me, as I said, it never occurred to me to do anything other than continue what my parents had driven into me pretty well.